If you haven't seen this video of Elvis Presley apparently shape-shifting, then you need to watch it. Look at how the girl gets scared here. Why does she get scared? Because watch the eye. So I got a couple questions for NASA. This is a picture from Mars, you know, that place that we can get to, but we can't go back to the moon, apparently. And this is Devon Island in Canada.
Tonight we're looking at some TikToks you don't want to watch alone. We're looking at glitch in the matrix TikToks, alien invasions, 9/11 conspiracy theories, celebrities' deaths and conspiracy theories, new military technology. Do you use extra virgin olive oil in your food? If so, you might want to watch till the end because some of these industry secrets just got exposed. Not only that, some of these TikTok actually expose some of the things that you guys didn't even know were slowly killing you. Before we get into the video though, I just want to thank all my channel members for the support. Remember to like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Let's go.
Guys, look. There's no one here. No one in this corner. Look at this. Still, nobody here. Look at my left camera.
Why was he just in the middle of the road like that? Like we didn't see him walk out or nothing. He was just there, like he almost teleported.
Listen carefully. Raise your hand if you heard anything right away. Okay, that was without me even telling you anything. I've seen a lot of hands go up. Forward. Your stairway lies on the whispering wind. Forward it says, and your stairway lies on the whispering wind. Backwards it says, cause I live with Satan. Listen carefully. Raise your hands if you heard that. Quite clear, quite obvious. Let's listen on. Backwards it says the piper's calling to join him, or forward. Backwards it says the Lord turned me off. Raise your hands if you heard that. Forward it says, and it makes me wonder. Backwards it says, there's no escaping it. Raise your hands if you heard that. Okay, it's quite obvious, and it's quite clear.
Did you know that Buzz Aldrin, the second man to go to the moon, has said multiple times that he never went there?
I remember my parents waking me up, and we went down and we watched you guys land on the moon.
No, you didn't.
What?
Because there wasn't any television. There wasn't anybody taking a picture. You watched animation.
You would think if you went to the moon, you'd be like, yeah, that was me.
Would he have been to the moon in such a long time?
That's not an 8-year-old's question. That's my question. I want to know, but I think I know. Because we didn't go there, and that's the way it happened. And if it didn't happen, it's nice to know why it didn't happen, so in the future, if we want to keep doing something, we need to know why something stopped in the past that we wanted to keep it going.
Why are they lying about getting us to the moon? That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Anyways, this is my driver, and I'm fed up. So, I'm glad I got this.
The space race, bro. The space race. We had to prove that we were just way more capable than like Russia, China, and all those countries. So they potentially faked it, so it just looks like we're just that technologically advanced.
Things that us humans weren't meant to see. The oldest human ever photographed, Conrad Heyer, born in 1749, was 102 years old when he was photographed in 1852. You're looking at a man who would be 266 years old right now. The first photograph ever of a person, taken in 1838, you can see a man getting his shoes polished as he mistakenly became the first ever person to be photographed in history. The street was actually full of people, but the camera exposure was so long that he was the only one who stood still long enough to be captured. The earliest ever recorded sound of Big Ben, London 1890.
July the 16th, 1890, spot made by Miss Ferguson and Graham Hope.
The first ever photograph of lightning, taken on the 2nd of September 1882 in Philadelphia, USA.
Halloween's the most dangerous season of the year for the homeless. I'm like, well, why is that? Are they eating bad candy? What's going on here? He's like, no. They have these vans that come around and they tell the homeless they're going to take them to a shelter. They've got whole big meals set up for them and showers, and they can wash their clothes and all this. And a lot of them get in the vans and go. And then they tie them up and they hold them for the 31st. And then they sacrifice them on the evening of Halloween to the devil. And it's like a perfect crime because nobody's looking for them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That kind of reminds me of the movie The Purge. I don't know if you guys have ever seen The Purge, but in The Purge, it has this scene where like they go around and scoop up a bunch of homeless people just to off them.
There's a conspiracy theory that claims that we're already dead, and the evidence comes from science. There are two things that are documented to happen when someone clinically dies. The first is that your entire life will flash before your eyes, and the second is that your brain keeps working 7 minutes after your body is gone. And we've literally recorded the brain still firing after death, actively creating memories. So for 7 minutes, we're in this like dreamlike state where we're reliving our entire life. And according to this guy you may have heard of, Albert Einstein, time is relative. But what does that actually mean? This is suggesting that 7 minutes in the real world could feel like 100 years in the dream state. Kind of like when you fall asleep, you dream an entire movie, then wake up 5 minutes later. Now here's where it gets weird. Some people believe that we all died in 2012. That's when the Mayan calendar predicted the end of the world. And remember, this is all just for fun, and this is just a conspiracy theory. This theory suggests that instead of an apocalypse, we collectively slipped into this 7-minute brain echo. And this right here, right now, is our dream. This is us reliving our memories. And little time glitches, little weird things like the Mandela effects, or like deja vu, or feeling like the world is off, those are just cracks in the memory trying to keep itself stitched together. So this theory is saying that that would mean that the world did end and we just haven't accepted it yet. Do you think we're 7 minutes into the afterlife? You can come over here for longer freaky videos.
coincidence?
Okay, here's the 1 to the 5. The towers are hit. The buildings are falling. The buildings are gone. And all there's left is smoke.
This is what is shown when you fold a $20 bill a certain way. Doesn't that look familiar?
Do you really think this picture's real? Because if this image right here is real, and we're pretty far behind the moon, the dark side of the moon, which we've never been able to see, and that's the Earth, then how come the picture of Earth from the moon looks so much different? Do you see what I'm saying? They're further away in the other picture from the moon and from Earth, but Earth is huge. And then in this picture, the Earth is a little pebble. And this is a picture in 2012 that NASA took of our globe. You see America, North America right there? Now let's do a little comparison. Oh, here's North America in 2013. Did global warming cause half of the United States to vanish? Or were they just messing up in Photoshop? I would say that they're messing up in Photoshop. They're little fisheye cameras causing false curvature. On top of that, did you know that the Earth has the magical ability to Photoshop the same exact clouds miles and miles away from each other? Look at that. Look at that. Those two right there, the yellow circles, the green circles, and the red circles, and the purple circles. So of course, you know, it's composite imagery and blah, 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 blah. Can you tell that I had too much coffee? Oh, and look at that. I don't know what river that is, but look at that. How cute. You see how different the size is? The ISS and then the size from Google Earth. Now, am I just forgetting to take my meds? Or is Elon Musk clearly lying about us going to Mars? Because I thought we were supposed to be on Mars by now. But I don't think we can leave Earth's atmosphere because we are stuck under God's firmament.
We definitely want a rocket to reach Uranus. That's it's a stretch goal to reach Uranus, but definitely something we think we should aim for.
He says it's a stretch goal to reach Uranus, and then he starts smacking his lips and hyperventilating. Dude, he's trolling us. We can't go to Uranus. Oh, and you see the symbol he's making? Oh, the Freemasonic compass and square? I wonder why he's doing that. Probably because he's deceiving us and he's telling us the truth right in our faces with symbolism. Entertainment only, I made everything up.
There's this video right now that I'm going to try to put in of Elon Musk's transgender son. Well, he transitioned from a dude into a female that claims that Elon Musk is literally lying about trying to get to Mars and it's all just a marketing scheme.
Colonizing Mars. That's not happening, people. It's a marketing scheme. Do you know how long it would take to colonize Mars? Do you know how long it would take to terraform that thing? It's a marketing scheme that everyone somehow fell for. This is my native language, I promise. That everyone somehow fell for. Despite being like debunked by a Google search.
We got a teleporter on TV.
Watch next to the woman in the green. Where did that guy come from? Where did that guy come from? Let's see that again. So look, that woman in the green in the background just standing there, and all of a sudden, where did that guy come from? Shabadoo teleporter.
I'm a conspiracy theorist, and here are some things that I will not be teaching my children. That this is an actual picture of the Earth. Instead, we will have a lesson on CGI art and what the Earth really looks like. That celebrities are normal people just like us. Instead, we will have a lesson on cloning, the Illuminati, and CIA face mask technology. That fast food meat comes from animals. Instead, we will watch the movie Soylent Green so they know what is really on the menu. That the northern lights we are seeing across the world now are the real northern lights. Instead, we will have a lesson on HARP and weather modification. If you're a conspiracy theorist like us, make sure to follow along.
Did you know? At Travis Scott's last show, fans captured a shocking moment. During sicko mode, there were suddenly two Travis Scotts on stage at the same time. A fan filmed from the side, pointing at the stage. The Travis on stage wore a shiny silver jacket, drenched in sweat, giving everything and every move, full of energy. But on the huge screen, another Travis appeared. Same outfit, but his moves were slightly different, like delayed, but not a tech glitch. He didn't just copy the stage Travis. He quietly watched the crowd, like he was studying everyone. Then he smiled. That's when fans noticed his teeth were all black, like his mouth was empty. The Travis on stage suddenly dropped the mic and looked up, like he was responding to a voice only he could hear. The crowd gasped, confused. Meanwhile, the Travis on the screen slowly raised his hand, pointing straight at the camera like he was picking someone. The lights went out instantly. Everything went dark. The screen flashed a message, almost unreadable. Have you seen the real him? Some say it was just a show effect, but others insist, after that night, Travis's voice was never the same again.
Chad, we probably should get our black ass out now. Chad, we probably should. Come on. It's about to get crazy. We probably should get our black ass out right now, Chad. What up, y'all? Excuse me.
When I first watched this video, I had no idea what I was looking at. It almost looks like you're taking somebody's nightmare and actually putting it into video form. This video has been going viral on pretty much all social media platforms. It shows a person walking through what looks to be a tube, but it looks extremely creepy because there are chains hanging everywhere. And no, this is not like part of a haunted house. This actually does have use. This guy is actually inside of an industrial piece of machinery known as a rotary kiln. Rotary kilns are used in the high temperature processing of materials like clay, silica, limestone, and inside these raw materials are heated up to a high degree. All the while the kiln will spin and the chains are there to help evenly spread the material as well. And yes, you would die if you got caught in one of these and it got turned on. First off, from the temperature, but also from blunt force trauma with all of these heavy chains hanging around, smacking you nonstop. Guy inside here is safe though because he's probably just servicing the rotary kiln. I don't know, maybe replacing chains. Either way, it's a very surreal thing to look at.
This woman says hell isn't a real place, and here's why. Watch this.
There is no hell. There isn't. I've done thousands and thousands of cases. There is no hell. Hell is an invention of the church, and you can see why. It was never in the Bible. It was never, it's something has been invented. There is no hell. A loving God would not do that to people. You are allowed to make all the mistakes you want. You're allowed to come back and do it again and again till you get it right. They don't punish you just because you make a mistake and throw you into another.
So it's an ever-revolving
It doesn't work
door.
that way. You have to realize you have made mistakes. Earth is a school. But it's a school. You come here to learn lessons. But it's a school where you can't skip a grade, but you can have to repeat a grade. You don't get it right, you have to come back and do it again until you get it right. You can't go from kindergarten to college. It's impossible. You have to learn the lessons, and the lessons are not easy. Earth is a school where you learn emotions and limitations. Those are the two main things, emotions and limitations. Those are not taught on other planets. This is a very challenging planet.
Before he was Mr. Mosby, he killed a 21-year-old woman. The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody was one of Disney Channel's biggest hits. It was a kids show that defined an entire generation. Phil Lewis played the role of Mr. Mosby, the strict hotel manager. But what fans did not know was that the Disney Channel was his second chance at freedom. In 1991, Phil Lewis was drunk driving in Maryland. He crashed head-on into another car, killing a 21-year-old woman named Isabel Duarte. Phil's blood alcohol level was more than twice the legal limit. He was charged with manslaughter and DUI. He was sentenced to just 1 year in jail, 2 years probation, and 350 hours of community service.
I Show Speed escapes a witch for the second time, and this time the witch tries to put a potion on his neck. Guys, you can't make this type of stuff up. It's live on stream. Check out this clip.
This is actually Florida water. It's what's used in voodoo to clear you off. So you spray the back of your neck, and then
Voodoo? No. You right. Don't do that. My son loves you.
She tried to give him water that's used in voodoo. This is the second time he's dealt with a witch within 7 days. What's going on? Who's out to get this young boy? To the point where these individuals keep popping up back to back, just preying on the young. One thing I do like is how people get to see it. It's live on stream. So you get to see just how real it actually is. There's a lot of praying on the side of darkness. Believe it or not, just because they're not praying to God doesn't mean that they're not praying. Here's the thing, if they're praying, we should be praying harder. Keep young people like this in your prayers, that the Lord cover them and protect them. Because believe it or not, the kingdom of darkness wants him bad. A young individual with that much influence, oh yeah, they want them bad. She was trying to spray water on his neck that they use in voodoo, guys. That they use in voodoo. It's a whole potion. You understand what I'm saying? You ever seen the movies when they're stirring in those huge big black bowls? We're seeing everything play out in real time, in real life. It's wild to see, but I pray that you seeing it brings you closer to God.
I don't know what made her think she could mention like, oh yeah, this is used in voodoo, and someone would be like, yeah, let me try it. Like,
Mrs. Puff is such a weird character. You know she's not even Mrs. Puff. What? You don't know this? No, what do you mean? Mrs. Puff changed her identity. In one episode, for a brief second, they show a newspaper article, and it says that Mrs. Puff was a deranged criminal. Well, she did go to jail at one point. And in the subtitles, it says that she distracts people with her balloon animals. And in a whole nother scene, in another episode, we see Mrs. Puff make a balloon animal.
I hope I still remember how to do this. Yeah.
In another scene, there's a secret file that gets shown for a moment in Mrs. Puff's house that says Mrs. Puff. Why would it say Mrs. Puff when she's Mrs. Puff? It's because she stole somebody's identity to escape her life of being a deranged criminal.
I'll have to move to a new city, start a new boarding school with a new name. No, not again.
Isn't it so obvious that alcohol is from the devil? Like, just look at their names. I'd like to order a gin and tonic, please. Gin? Like, what? Ugh, this is so creepy. Also, what type of alcohol is vodka? It's a spirit. That is so scary. When you drink alcohol, you literally become a different person. It's like you're possessed. Here's another. When you're drunk, they say you're under the influence, right? Under the influence of what? Of Satan. Ugh. Also, when you're drunk, they say, oh, I'm so wasted. Yes, I agree. Anything to do with alcohol is an absolute waste. Can Satan make himself any more clear? I'm never drinking alcohol again. What do you guys think?
I'm pretty sure I read something where it talks about how alcohol invites demons into your body. That's just something for thought.
Did you know? There's a wild theory that says Beyoncé is actually taking in the souls of music legends to boost her success. Look closer at her tour dates, and you'll notice some strange coincidences. In 2009, right when she kicked off the I Am World Tour, Michael Jackson suddenly passed away. In 2012, as the Mrs. Carter Show tour began, Whitney Houston also died. By 2014, during the On the Run tour, both Bobby Womack and Prince were gone. And in 2016, with the Formation World Tour, the vibe felt even creepier. Then in 2023, when she announced the Renaissance World Tour, Tina Turner's death made headlines again. What's even more unsettling, Beyoncé almost always performs a tribute to these icons right after. There's also a rumor about a makeup artist who once went to her house. After finishing the job, she came home and locked herself inside for a whole month. Why? She claims she saw things there that can't be explained. Upside-down triangles, dolls with blank faces, photos of singers who had already passed away. Of course, maybe it's all just coincidence. No one really knows what's going on.
Oh yeah, like every freaking single morning. You see the eerie sound, right? That's our alarm clock. Imagine the rest of your life, you wake up listening to that music. It's the train station, there's a massive speaker there, and that's only in Pyongyang. But in the smaller cities, we have radios that you can never turn it off. It goes on and it goes off at, certain time. And there are cars that comes out and then plays this sound and drives by and wake people up. And you have to come out and you have to clean the street. I'm sure Pyongyang is a lot cleaner than some parts of the LA. It's a requirement for you to come out and clean the street. Like, I have like this kind of like bittersweet. I hate it, but also I like it at the same time because it brings me like different kind of memories that are tied to this sound. Not all of my memories from North Korea are bad.
I got a couple questions for NASA. This is a picture from Mars, you know, that place that we can get to, but we can't go back to the moon, apparently. And this is Devon Island in Canada. Look at these two rocks right here. And then look at these two rocks right here. How about look at this rock right here, and then this rock right here. This is another picture from Mars by NASA. This is Devon Island. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I see an organization named NASA, which in Hebrew translates to deceive, they use the snake tongue in their logo, and they've been caught hundreds of times using a harness, just like that. You'll watch them come back into the screen. That's a harness right there. Or pulling on harnesses like this. Look at his hand. Look at his hand right here. Watch this guy. Hand pulls on the harness. Pulls on the harness right there. That is hairspray. See, when you start seeing things like this, them using green screens, clearly that's hairspray. There's a green screen in the background here. They just forgot to edit that out. You start to put all this together and you're like, maybe they're just stealing our tax money and deceiving humanity. NASA means to deceive. The snake tongue, the serpent hall, it's all right in front of you guys. Wake up. These people are lying to you. The earth is flat. There's a firmament over our earth. We cannot leave. Space is fake. The stars are not what you think, not what you've been told. Look at this. Wernher von Braun. This is the guy that invented NASA. On his tombstone, Psalms 19:1. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament show us his handiwork. Psalms 19:1. Literally on the guy's tombstone. This is how they laugh in your face. And the real truth is found within. Much love and peace to everyone.
Let's say NASA actually is faking all this, right? Why doesn't other countries like China or Russia come for them and be like, yo, this is all fake? Like, look, we actually went up there. You know what I'm saying? Unless they're all in it together. Because I know NASA is like US based and China and Russia has their own thing.
Did you know? Whitney Houston didn't die naturally. She didn't accidentally drown. She was used as a sacrifice. Late at night on February 11th, 2012, she was found in the bathtub of room 434 at the Beverly Hilton. People who saw the scene say it didn't look like a normal accident at all. The room was dark. Candles melted on the carpet in a circle, like some old mark. On the wall across, a mirror was covered with black cloth. Mystics say it's a sign pointing to another world. Even stranger, a few hours before she died, staff heard her screaming in the hallway, "They're here. They want my voice." Hotel workers also said they heard a second voice in the bathroom, a low, creepy whisper. The deal is done. 2 years later, the nightmare happened again. Her daughter, Bobby Christina, was found unconscious in a bathtub too. The scene was almost the same. A few months later, she died as well, and the autopsy again gave no clear answers. Conspiracy theorists think Whitney knew too many secrets. She tried to get out of that deal, but was punished.
If you haven't seen this video of Elvis Presley apparently shapeshifting, then you need to watch it. Look at how the girl gets scared here. Why does she get scared? Because watch the eye. And you're going to notice his team comes in and blocks the camera and then starts wiping his eye after. Look at this. Now watch what happens here. They're going to come in, they're going to block the camera, and Buddy's going to come over and he's going to pat down the eye. What? Like craziness. Look at this. Look at that. Now, when you look into all these famous people, they all possess these interesting qualities, should I say. Look at this. Same dude. This is Elvis. What just happened with the hand there? Let's slow it down a little bit here. Wow. Looking pretty interesting, if you ask me. Very interesting. Almost like he's shape-shifting. 3 fingers. What is going on here, guys? Now, since I saw this, I actually looked into this pretty heavily, the whole Elvis Presley thing, and it blew my mind. These are not the only examples. You could find a lot more examples. And a lot of these celebrities, like I said, across the world, yeah, nothing is what it seems. Stop worshiping these people because they are not who you think. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And don't forget to like, share, and follow for more hidden truth. Peace and love.
theory is with the elites, what they'll do, they'll put someone's death right in front of something really important so nobody else knows what else happened in the news. So it's like a big disguise. It's like a big distraction, right?
This is the theory that I was trying to talk about.
The Epstein.
Yes. Trump, he gave like letters and like a birthday book to Epstein, and it came out. This is public information. 100-something pages, doodles, pictures, there's some letters, right? There was one with a woman's body, and inside it said, "We have a lot in common, Jeffrey." And then at the end it says, "May every day be another wonderful secret." And I'm like, bro. But the one that really bothered me was
objects that attracts demons into your house. Evil Eye Isaiah 2:06. Dreamcatcher Deuteronomy 18:10-12. Karen K. Jeremiah 10:14. Mystical Stone Romans 1:25. Figure Psalm 31-6. Signs Isaiah 3:18-21.
Full-on demon possessed. I feel terrible for him because he tried to expose some stuff. What they do is, in the elites, they want you to murder somebody you love. That's a huge part of the occult. And so Kanye West killed his mom. He admitted to sacrificing his mom. That trauma has created a void space in his mind. And so like when the real Kanye tried to speak up and say stuff, the void space where the demons residing basically took over. And that's why he disappeared for a minute, because they basically disappeared him, did a bunch more trauma to him, created a bigger void space in his mind that the demon could control more of Kanye. And that little bit of difference that you see, people are like, oh, Kanye's a clone. He's not a clone. He's demon possessed. Demons will shift people's faces subtly. I know that sounds really obscure, but like I prayed for people and afterwards their face has changed. Their muscles have released. Their eye shape has like changed a little. And that's very normal to see demonic transformation.
I'm going to show you. So you clap your hands 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then use your right hand to cup the elbow, this part, 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And do the right arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then use your right hand to cup the armpit of your left arm 9 times by putting your hand behind your head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And do the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then repeat 8 more times. Total together 9 times. Make sure you cup, right? You don't use your flat palm to hit. That hurts. When you cup, you use the vibration to go deeper into the tissues. Use the vibration to help to open up the channels. In our hand, we have 4 energy channels, meridians, connecting directly to the heart. They're all in the hands. That's why clapping the hands, clapping these areas, it can help to enhance the circulation of the heart. If you don't have any heart problems, by doing
If I disappear in the next 24 hours, Please share this video. Sorry, I'm just getting emotional. I was in Egypt driving by the pyramids last night and I was filming them, and these objects that are circular in shapeage popped out of the top. You can see them 2 by 2, and I just kept filming them. I didn't know what they were. I didn't know if it was some energy source or UFO. You can see them coming out right here. And so I did show it to a friend and a couple people, and next thing I know it, there's a bunch of black SUVs that come to the hostel I'm staying at. There was one red H2 Hummer. It was really cool, actually. The Hummer was the shade of red was like a lighter shade of red, and it just looked really cool. But they came in and they said, you need to give us the videos. They took my phone, they deleted it off, but they hadn't realized that I had already saved it onto my computer. And they said, do not share this video or talk about it, or you will not see the light of day ever again. But I need to get it out there. I think these are alien beings based on the conversation that we had with them, and these are spacecraft. So please share this. Please share this.
If you are hearing this, you were supposed to stay in 2019. This is a recovered broadcast. Do not turn this off. You may think this is 2025. You may believe the years have passed, but they have not. The world did not move forward. You were pulled out. You may remember 2019 as the last year everything felt normal. It was, because it was real. You belonged there. That was your last correct placement in time. Since then, you've noticed things. Apps changing their names, celebrities acting wrong, music that feels off, people forgetting memories you still carry. It's because you're not in sync with this version. This is a broken year. You are living in a replica stitched together from dying timelines, and you're starting to rot. Check your screen time. You've been awake too long. That's not fatigue, it's decay. You were not built to survive here. Do you ever feel like you're the only one noticing how strange everything is? The wrong sky color? The same ads again and again? Time passing by quickly? You're not paranoid. You're drifting. In 2020, the timelines collapsed. Only fragments were saved. Most people were reassigned. You were not. You were archived. Every night you sleep, your mind tries to return to 2019. That's why your dreams look so familiar. That's why waking up feels like being dragged. If you see a calendar that still says 2019, follow it. But be careful. Some doorways are set as traps. Some clocks run backward for a reason. And if you ever hear someone say 2025 is the best year, just run. Because they remember who you were. And they want your spot. Do not trust the year. It does not trust you.
You ever wondered how we domesticated dogs and turned them into a man's best friend? It all started about 30,000 years ago, where humans and wolves were pretty much enemies. Wolves would always try to sneak up on humans and try to scavenge leftover bones and food, and humans would typically kill or chase them away since they were aggressive. But sometimes there were wolves that weren't aggressive and simply stood near camps without bothering them. Noticing this, humans would only give the calm ones more food, and since they actually helped scare away predators and even warn us when something was near, we didn't mind that. Where these calm wolves began shadowing around humans all the time, and also helped us hunt, sharing the catch. And over time, we got so used to these wolves, we even began letting them live with us, only breeding and helping the ones with calm genetics and fighting off the aggressive ones. And throughout multiple generations of breeding, humans pretty much reshaped wolves' DNA to be friendlier towards us, and thousands of years later slowly became the dogs that we have today.
David Vedder was no ordinary boy. He was born with a rare condition that left him without an immune system, which meant even the smallest germ in the air could be deadly. To keep him safe, doctors built a sealed plastic chamber where he spent most of his life. Inside, he had toys, a bed, even a TV, all sterilized, but he could never hug his mom or touch the outside world. Any physical contact he had was through the gloves attached to the chamber. NASA even built him a special suit so he could walk and play outside, but he only used it 6 times. A bone marrow transplant gave him hope of living like a normal boy. But hidden inside the donor's marrow was an undetected virus. And with no way to defend it, the virus spread quickly, causing hundreds of tumors. He spent his last days with family outside the bubble, finally free for the first time. He passed away at just 12 years old.
Dude, hundreds of tumors? That boy was sick. Yeah, I have pictures of him. This is what he looks like. Yeah, I know, a very young kid. It's really sad that he had to go through that.
Boys, we're f***ing cooked. We're so cooked right now, bro. Military just came out with these headset. It lets you see through walls, dog. Not only that, it gives you a full real-life HUD. It's practically IRL Call of Duty. Like, bro, what? Look at this shit. Like, dude, come on, bro. Hell no. Hell no! If I saw one of them things outside, brother, I am running. But also, I would like to know, where the fuck could I get one? Playing paintball, Nerf, just seeing through walls in general? That's gotta be.
Imagine an alien race abducted people every night to perform excruciatingly painful experiments on them while they're fully conscious. However, their technology is so advanced that by morning, every physical injury is erased and any mental trauma is replaced with memories of pleasant dreams to fill in the time that was missing. People would go about their lives completely unaffected, never knowing what happened. Are the aliens doing something wrong if nobody will ever find out, or are they doing more good than harm?
Spiders becoming self-aware.
I accidentally walked through this spider's web yesterday, so he rebuilt it since then, but like with like markers? Now you can see it way better? Oh my gosh. Hold on. He's like, you're gonna see it now. But that's him.
What happened was she walked through a spider web because she didn't see it. The very next day, this guy put up traffic cones on his spider web so she can see it, so she won't walk through it this time. So this spider understood someone might walk through this again, so I need to put some cones up. So he actually learned and did.
Olive oil for your health? Well, it turns out that olive oil you buy in the supermarket may not be real olive oil at all. So we are on your side with how to avoid a ripoff.
While you're paying olive oil prices, food giants are laughing all the way to the bank. They've mastered a legal loophole that lets them sell you cheap vegetable oil disguised as the real thing. The scariest part isn't the deception. It's what this fake oil is actually doing to your body. You know that bottle of Carapelli olive oil sitting in your kitchen cabinet? The one with the fancy Italian label promising pure, extra virgin goodness? Well, grab a seat because this might sting a little. Lab tests revealed something that would make your grandmother roll over in her grave. Some Carapelli bottles weren't exactly what they claimed to be. Instead of that liquid gold we're paying premium prices for, investigators found cheaper oils blended right in with the olive oil. Sneaky, right? But here's where it gets really interesting. Old olive oil was being sold as extra virgin, and when I say old, I mean oil that had lost most of its health benefits. You know those antioxidants and good fats everyone raves about? Gone. Vanished like my hairline in the 1980s. The label boldly claimed 100% extra virgin, despite containing lower-grade content. That's like me claiming I'm still 25, despite what my back says when I get out of bed. Independent investigations dug deeper and found light-tasting seed oils mixed in. These aren't necessarily harmful, but they're definitely not olive oil. It's like ordering a steak and getting half hamburger meat. Still edible, but not what you paid for. Then there's the quality standards issue. Some batches failed to meet international requirements for extra virgin olive oil. These standards exist for good reasons. They protect both the product's integrity and our wallets. The weird part is how common this practice apparently was. Multiple batches, different production runs, all with similar problems. Makes you wonder how long this was happening before anyone noticed. But Carapelli isn't the only player in this olive oil game that's been cutting corners. In fact, there's another household name that might surprise you even more. One that's been sitting on grocery store shelves for decades, fooling families just like yours. Ah, Bertolli. The brand that makes you feel like you're getting authentic Italian oil straight from Tuscany. Well, guess what? Some of those bottles might be giving you more of a chemistry experiment than a Mediterranean experience. Independent testing revealed something pretty sneaky. Some Bertolli bottles contained refined oils mixed right in with the olive oil. But here's the kicker. They were still slapping extra virgin labels on these bottles like nobody would notice. It's like calling a hot dog premium steak and hoping people don't ask questions. Then there's the packaging issue that'll make you shake your head. Bertolli loves using clear plastic bottles. Looks nice on the shelf, right? Wrong. That clear plastic speeds up oil oxidation faster than my Uncle Bob speeds to the early bird special. By the time that bottle reaches your kitchen, the oil inside has been getting a suntan for weeks. The legal drama gets even juicier. Previous lawsuits have accused Bertolli of false extra virgin labeling. Makes sense, right? When you're promising premium quality, but delivering something that tastes more like it came from a factory than an olive grove. California testing programs, and these folks don't mess around, found that not all Bertolli bottles passed their highest purity checks. The taste and smell tests? Let's just say some bottles failed harder than a teenager trying to explain why they missed curfew. But why does this matter for your wallet and your health? Real extra virgin olive oil.
Dude, that is so crazy. This is why it's always good to have third-party testings and even independent testers, because some of these companies get away with some of the craziest things. It's funny how they market the bottle to look so high, pristine, and luxury. Whole time the quality of the product is actually garbage. It's just like a year ago they were saying there was lead in plant-based protein powder.
The Pompeii eruption was way more horrifying than you thought, and was far worse than what you learned. But why? First off, you would have zero warning signs. At the time, the city of Pompeii had no idea they were living next to one of the deadliest volcanoes in the world, thinking it was just a mountain, not realizing pressure was slowly building up inside over the past 700 years that lived there. And on a normal day in 79 AD, you would suddenly feel the ground violently shaking, followed by one of the loudest explosions in history, nearly blowing out your eardrums. Mount Vesuvius has erupted, where smaller towns near the base of the volcano were instantly vaporized and killed by 900-degree gases. But all the way in Pompeii, you wouldn't even realize what's about to happen, looking in the sky seeing a massive cloud of smoke and ash filling the air. But surprisingly, many didn't run, staying in the city thinking they were at a safe distance, when only 10 minutes later, everything would instantly go pitch black. Ash and smoke traveling hundreds of miles per hour coated the city in seconds. People were immediately blocked inside their homes, literally turning their houses into ovens. In only minutes, buildings collapsed and streets were covered in ash taller than you, making it impossible for you to run away in time. The sound of debris and ash was also extremely loud, like a constant hissing, making it extremely hard for you to communicate in the darkness. Within minutes, hundreds of people already suffocated. But it gets worse. If you still somehow survived, only a few hours later, a wave of superheated gas over 500 degrees swept the city at 100 miles per hour. Even if you were safe inside your home, you would instantly start choking on the air and suffocate from burning hot gas in your lungs. Where in a matter of one day, the entire city of Pompeii and all areas in the region were gone, taking the lives of over 16,000 people.
The Megalodon was a lot more horrifying than you initially thought, and way deadlier than what you learned. But why? First off, you'd never see it coming. Megalodon was an ambush predator lurking in the dark, deep ocean. It was attacked from directly below, meaning the last thing you'd see wasn't a fin, but a shadow the size of the bus, erupting from the abyss right beneath you. But it gets a lot more terrifying. Its initial attack wasn't meant to kill you. It would use its immense size to ram its prey, with enough force to shatter bones and rupture organs. Then it would circle back, biting off fins and flippers, leaving its victim completely immobilized in the water. But worst of all, it was its bite force. Megalodon had the strongest bite force of any animal in history, powerful enough to crush a whale's skull as easily as you'd crush a can. Its 7-inch serrated teeth wasn't just for slicing. They were for shearing off massive chunks of flesh and bones and organs in a single bite. When it finally caught you, it wouldn't just eat you, it would completely decimate you.
Have you ever seen a black commercial airplane? Probably not, right? Well, there's actually a reason why most airplanes are white. At first, painting a plane black might sound cool, but it quickly turns into a problem. You see, dark colors absorb more heat, making the cabin hotter and even putting stress on the airplane's materials. Spotting damage is also harder, and over time, the color fades, which increases maintenance costs. And as if that weren't enough, darker planes are harder for birds to see and avoid.
I'm not gonna lie, as cool as an all-black plane would look, it's just not convenient. Wait, doesn't Trump have like almost an all-black plane? I'm pretty sure Trump's plane before the AF-1, the Air Force One plane, was an all-black plane. So why they capping?
Thank you all for
for watching this here video.